Okay, so we're just gonna start. So yeah, I'm gonna be explaining both English and Italian. I'm gonna firstly talk about, like, I will just say a few sentences in Italian and then I will just translate for you. Ok, quindi questo è Repul su Colossal. Questo è il primo team con Colossal che ho fatto. L'ho fatto tipo la prima seconda settimana. Prima seconda settimana di formato, e come potete vedere fa un po' schifo, cioè c'è le che schermi. I Veltal faceva completamente cagare qua, perché era come giocare dentro un Uber. Okay, so this is the first Colossal that I played, like the second or first week of the format. Yeah, this team was actually trash. Like, I didn't play Colossal for a while after playing this team because I felt like it was proper trash. Like, yeah, it felt like I wasn't playing without Uber because I hate Veltal. And Veltal basically, like, at that time Veltal sucked. Nothing had changed and Veltal still sucks, but yeah, this is a team. It's not that bad. Like, the Colossal core is still reasonable good, but yeah, Veltal just trash. Maybe with Jason this team could have been better, like, straight away. I finished it. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, GeForce. Ok, quindi passiamo direttamente al secondo team. Quindi questo è il team che ho giocato l'ultimo giorno di febbraio, che ho fatto da 300esimo a 50esimo. E niente, è una cosa abbastanza standard, in realtà anche molto simile a quello che ho giocato ultimamente, però cambiavano un po' di cose. Ok, so this is the team that I used to get from 300 rank to 50 in the last day of February. Yeah, the spreads were kinda random just because I don't know, I just wanted to play Colossal that day. I said, like, yeah, let me make some spare real quick. Also, yeah, the Dragon spare remained the same. Colossal didn't have air power like I had in the tournaments, like in the near tournaments, but he had Solar Beam. Yeah, and this, yeah, also in Citrus Bear with Town, because I feel like with Among Us you kind of need Town to stop people from, I don't know, just in a trick room. Also the spread was kind of random. Ok, quindi sì, le spread erano abbastanza casaccio. Quelle di Dragon è rimasta la stessa, vabbè, cosa comunque 5-2. E these are pretty good lead also of Rillaboom. Inci aveva Town semplicemente perché secondo me serviva qualcosa per fermare la trick room, non avendo Among Us, e la spread di Zazen era abbastanza a caso. Ok, so from this team I'm just gonna those are teams that I tested for the Desafio Invitational. I mean just the Grand Finals. Ok, quindi da questo team in poi parleremo di, cioè, tutti questi team che ho usato sono team che ho provato per il Desafio, fino a ovviamente alle spese del Desafio. E niente, allora, questo è il primo Colossal che ho provato, un Colossal con Hydreigon. Sembra una cosa a casaccio, però diciamo che Colossal mi sembrava patisse un po' i team con Rain. Sì, diciamo che secondo me faceva abbastanza fatica contro i team con Rain e pure contro Sun, quindi ho deciso di mettere Hydreigon con Safety Goggles. Sembrava decente, l'ho provato, non era male, però questo team è troppo su Colossal. Ma Surf Dragon Ball quante volte ho usato? 2. No, in realtà diciamo che tendevo a farlo spesso contro Lapdog. So yeah, I used Surf pretty much always against Lapdog, but then I realized that everybody was using just Among Us Landers, so there was no point on me doing that, even if I was always fine doing that. I was just going for Dragapult at that point and just win. Okay, so I use a Dragon in this specific team, just because in this specific version, because this was more centered into Colossal team. So this is why I had Dragon, because I feel like it kind of fixes the Sun matchup and also the Rain one. Yeah, I also obviously still had Town because yeah, Town was really cool because I don't know, I feel like there was just a problem, like the trick room was just a problem without Among Us. So yeah, this team was cool, but I just didn't like playing too much around Colossal, so I just threw it away at some point. So we get to this team right here, e arriviamo a questo team qua, che è praticamente Colossal, sì, Colossal abbastanza normale. quello con Zasen, però con Rillaboom. Che questo era un team, diciamo che io ho quasi sempre preferito Dragapult Orb a quello Scarf, semplicemente perché non mi piaceva fare surf. Cioè, nella mod in cui nella Maxi Colossal fai surf e poi rimani bloccato surf e sei obbligato a switchare, fa abbastanza schifo. Allora che Colossal quasi sicuro muore turno 1, comunque non rimani a fare surf 2 turni di fila. Yeah, so one thing that, like, the reason why I always play Life Orb Dragapult with surf is because, yeah, just because, I don't know, I just didn't like using the Scarf one. Just because if you go for surf and you just get locked into surf, yeah, that's just bad. Because if you go for surf, set up your Colossal and go for an attack, then you're locking that move, you cannot Dynamax, and you're kind of forced to switch out. So yeah, that was kind of trash for me. So yeah, this is pretty, like, the first time I play Assurance on Inshin. Sarebbe figo con un Bulbo, magari così te con un altro Pokémon. Non lo so, non penso, però vabbè. Però sì, però mi sembra che si giocasse tipo con Primarina, roba del genere, tante season fa. Yeah, this was the first time I played Assurance Synthesis because Assurance was just getting the KO on Calyrex, even with the Dynamax, because the Life Orb was proccing the Assurance boost, because the power doubles if the target was damaged that turn. So if he just gets the recoil from Life Orb, that's cool because he gets KO by Assurance even if he's Dynamax. Quindi questa è la prima volta che ho giocato Assurance su Inci. Era forte perché shottava anche Dynamax Calyrex, perché come dice qua la spiegazione della mossa, la potenza raddoppia se prende danno in quel turno, quindi Life Orb di Calyrex faceva in modo che Assurance raddoppiasse, quindi per esempio il KO. Okay, so yeah, this team was kind of good, but I don't know, like, also this pair right here was kind of random. Like, I just wanted this speed because I feel like I always wanted the session to be slower than my Dragapult, obviously, just because yeah, it was cool to Phantasm before and then attack with Zacian. Quindi ho sempre giocato Zacian pure dentro di Dragapult perché era bello fare Phantasm con Dragapult e diciamo usufruire dei drop della difesa con Zacian. So this is the reason why I always use this spread. Grazie mille, thank you for the follow, it's MLB95. Okay, so yeah, this is why the reason why this is lower. Also, this spread was kind of random, just because I didn't know what I wanted to actually tank from the book, so I just put the bump into the attack and just went for the random HP. Yeah, and yeah, this is pretty much it about this team right here. I mean, this team was pretty cool too, but I don't know, I also didn't like it because I just don't like Rillaboom. I always prefer Among Us on this team. So yeah, I skipped this team right here, which has Dragapult. C'è un partito particolare per il quale Dragapult e Adamant. No, semplicemente inizialmente ho provato Adamant e mi sembrava forte, semplicemente perché nessuno all'inizio, quando provavo Dragapult, nessuno l'aveva giocato. Cioè, quando la prima volta avevo testato nessuno giocava, quindi non c'era questo problema di spittare e roba del genere. Comunque gli unici che giocavano Adamant, quindi non era troppo un problema. E io comunque, anche sapendo di essere più veloce, almeno sapendo di essere jolly, comunque non mi sarei mai giocato a Tai, quindi non mi sembra una cosa così utile. So you ask me why I always went for Adamant on Dragapult. Yeah, I basically went for Adamant on Dragapult every time, just because when I tested Dragapult, like Jolly Dragapult wasn't even a thing. So people would just play the Adamant one, like there was the Tyrant's team, the Tornogre with Dragapult instead of Tornadus, which I had Adamant Dragapult. And also, yeah, I didn't want to play the speed tie anyway, so there wasn't really a problem. Also, Phantasm, like fake out Phantasm into the Insane, always gets the KO after, yeah, 2 Phantasm, like the defense Phantasm gets the defense drop, plus the chip from fake out put him in range of another Phantasm. And that's pretty cool because they always just switch out Insane. Like, Insane is a pretty good switch out against this team because obviously intimidates the Zacian, and Dragapult doesn't do that much damage, especially if the attack was 22. Ok, quindi soprattutto tanto per l'Adamant perché con Phantasm più Fake Out le mettevo sempre in range un altro Phantasm, e con Lynch che switchava e rientrava ogni volta era abbastanza utile sta cosa. Ok, so yeah, basically didn't like the this team right here just because yeah, I scared Dragapult, but yeah, it wasn't that bad either. That wasn't that bad either. Okay, so let's just move on to the Desafio. I mean, this is not in order. Like yeah. So in the Desafio, I just wanna I went for this team right here just because I felt comfortable with the core Insia Mungus. Also, this Insia was offensive like it is right now. Just because I wanted to take 2 Quakes if I remember correctly. Even if I didn't realize that wasn't really that useful. Also, notable thing about this team, the Zazen spread is the first thing that changed. Quindi una cosa molto importante di questo team che non avevo prima è la spread di Zazen. I realized that many Sun teams as an answer to Jason were just a flare on Venusaur, and this Jason is just able to tank max flare from 156 modest Venusaur from Kobe Berry weakness policy. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Even if this didn't actually come into play that much, just because I don't know, I felt like people kind of knew that my Jason was spread to take the damage, so they never went for it. It was kind of safe to me, just see in front of Venusaur and just go for Beam of Blade. Like, it was pretty cool to have this spread. It's probably one of the best thing of the team. Ok, quindi sì, questo Zazen regge Flare da 156 più Venusaur senza boost in item, quindi o Koba o Weakness Policy. Molto forte perché cioè, hai la possibilità di rimanere davanti a Venusaur senza dover switchare e fare cose strane. Quindi è abbastanza, diciamo che è abbastanza utile soprattutto contro il matchup con Sun. So yeah, the instant spread had Assurance and a more defensive one just because I feel like Assurance was cool, but also I didn't know exactly what to do against the Calyrex in this tournament. Luckily I didn't face any, so I don't know, I was more likely go for some 50-50 with Insia Mungus against that team. But yeah, fortunately I didn't play any, so yeah, that was cool. Also, I always went for Timid on Colossal because there were some teams that as answer for Colossal had like +1 speed realization, which was able to outspeed +6 Colossal, the modest one. So this is the reason why I went for the Timid, because it's always speeding that thing. Ok, quindi sono andato per Timid Colossal perché supera sempre il Zazen ha più un di speed, quindi era sempre stato utile, dato che molti come risposta, cioè non avevamo molte risposte a Colossal, quella era praticamente l'unica risposta che avevano. Yeah, this is pretty much it about this team. Also, I find it really interesting that actually after this tournament for Players Cup I didn't want to play Surf on Dragapult because I felt like that was kind of bad. Like the fact that I couldn't protect and people knew that since it was open team shits. It was kind of bad because they could just double every time with the max move into my Dragapult. That was kind of bad. So I wanted to try out the protect instead of Surf, but then I realized the Surf was pretty cool against the sub matchup, because if you just get rid of the Groudon, you basically just win turn 1, and that happened against Eric Rios in round 2 winners bracket in Players Cup. Okay, so the next Colossal that I try is the I guess the team Jux9 played in the Players Cup. Quindi questo è il team che ha giocato Jux9 Players Cup. I don't think these are his spreads just because I did them. Insi was just the usual one that I always use. What's up, Didi? What's up? The Insi was able to tank Circus Work from +1 Zacian, which is pretty cool, but I also didn't like this. Dragapult was able to take Beam of Blade from +1 Zacian too, but I didn't like this team at all, just because it was too much centered into the Colossal. I always want pretty much another lead to I just want another lead. This team wasn't really the case for me. Also, I really don't like Velto. Like, it's not for my playstyle at all. Like, this is way better for me. And then we go for the PC3. So the things that I changed for the PC3 is the more offensive Incineroar. The reason why I went for this Incineroar here, quindi arriviamo alla PC3, che è niente. la cosa più importante che ho cambiato per il PC3 è Inci. Inci è più offensivo, so this Inci is way more offensive, like as 36 plus. Just because, yeah, this is the difference I needed. Just to take, if I remember correctly, like this Inci is most likely gonna take from. Yeah, this team is more likely gonna take P-Blades from Gradle. Yeah, I'm gonna post the team, like the pace of the team after I just finished explaining everything. So, and also my plan against Calighost was just going for max strike and protect wization. And then I realized that I really didn't need that much book on Insin, just because I just needed to tank one helping hand Quake plus another Quake without helping hand, because the first one I was going for strike plus protect, and the next one I could have gone for Beam of Blade into the Calyrex plus darkness. If they go for helping and Quake into the Zacian, reading my protect into the Insin, reading my protect magician, I'm still cool because I got the speed drop into the Calyrex. And if they go for follow me, I just get a kill on GD, and they can kill magician, that's cool. But Insi will just get the kill on Calyrex, so, and then I will just win because he wasted his Dynamax. Yeah, it wasted his Dynamax, and I still have 2 Pokemon in the back. I just plus Insi is like 50% without the turn of Dynamax, which is not like it's not that easy to handle, to be honest. So yeah, I went for quindi ho messo questo Inci offensivo soprattutto perché nel matchup contro Calyrex faccio Inci Zacian, Strike Protect, e poi il turno doppio Calyrex con Beam of Blade più Darkness, che è sempre safe. Yeah, also that was pretty cool because with the Adamant Inci I was always getting a KO into the Thunderous with the Flare plus Beam of Blade. So if they wanted to boost I mean, even if they knew that my Inci was gonna Dynamax, it was pretty cool because yeah, with this double from Inci and Dragapult, I was just getting a KO. So yeah, I went for Leshow just because Leshow is giving me 130 to the maximum, and Suran just gave me 110. Yeah, so it's not that cool. Also, I went for Sludgebomb. I regret playing Sludgebomb just because I lost to Ferrothorn in the last round of day 1, which was like loser round 8. Yeah. Also, I wanted to play Sludgebomb just because in one particular matchup, which was the double weather one, Sludgebomb was pretty cool because I had to bring Amoonguss. Pollenpop wasn't doing anything to Torkoal, and also this Amoonguss was kind of able to be Torkoal in the 1v1. So yeah, the Zesta spread remained the same, and this is probably the best spread of the Zesta in this team. Yeah, instead this spread as I play because he has the bumping attack with 36 away. Babbo Bonce, grazie mille per il follow. Sì, è una bella trovata, assolutamente. Yeah. Inci was just cool. Inci was just cool. Another thing, yeah, I really changed anything from the Desafio one. The only thing that changed was the spread on Insin and Sludgebomb into the Amoonguss, just because during the Desafio I lost against the double weather. Yeah, and then we get to another version that I played in Italian NPA, che questo quindi è un'altra versione che ho giocato sì, non conta molto, però diciamo che è un'altra versione che ho giocato nell'NPA italiana, cioè l'API. Sì, semplicemente avevo Safety Gogo su Inci, perché nei tornei a squadre secondo me Sun è molto più forte, la gente è più propensa a giocarlo, soprattutto questo è il periodo in cui la gente gioca più Sun, e quindi diciamo in una partita secca preferiscono giocarmi turni di Zip Powder con Inci e Amoonguss, riesci più o meno a gestire Sun. So I feel like, yeah, this is probably the best version for draft league, just because people usually play Sun in those kind of tournaments, just because, yeah, Sun is kinda, Sun is kinda centralizing, especially in this moment of the metagame. Yeah, I have safety goggles just because with Inci, Amoonguss, and Dragapult was kinda able to handle better Zacian and handle better the Sun teams. Quindi sì, semplicemente ho messo questo per Sun. Pollen Puff. Yeah, I went back for Pollen Puff because I realized the last one wasn't that good. So yeah, and also this is pretty much the same. Also, yeah, I didn't play the spread on Among Us. It was the first spread that I used on Among Us. Like, I've been playing this spread for all season A, and it allows me to take obviously one beam of blade plus one session. That's extremely important, and also water spout plus hurricane with the cover berry, like a water spout from Kyogre, Misty Water plus hurricane from Tornadoes, which was pretty cool. Yeah, and this Incy was able to tank, I mean, has the same defense as the other one, which allows me to tank basically even Adamantization with the just +1, with the +0, and yeah, with this special defense right here, he was able to tank one single Quake without the helping hand from Cadrex. So 2 Quakes after the Dynamax. So we now get to the last version of the team, which is, yeah, basically the same one but with offensive instinct, because I feel like this is just better for a tournament. But I don't know. If I actually gonna play this team in the IC, I probably would go for something like this, because in the best of one, I probably, I don't know. I just don't like the fact that I can just loot to Sleep Powder because people just go for that. Like, I feel like one thing that can really go wrong if you just go for Trocolin Sleep Powder against Dragapult, but that's really like, I always felt like that was a really bad play, because if they just miss turn 1, especially in the best of 1, they just lose. And also if I just get 1 wake up, so there's no reason to complain. If you just, like, if you Sleep Powder doing the riskiest move, like, you deserve to the 1 wake up, to be honest. So yeah, this is pretty much yeah, this is the team, and this is the last version. He obviously have Pollen Puff, the same spread that I said before, and with a Soul West. For the IC, I would recommend playing this team, as I said, because I feel like Sun is probably the best team right here, right now. So, like, if you don't have answer to Sun, you're just gonna lose. And also, I mean, many Suns just don't play Sleep Powder, but I don't know. In IC, I feel like people are gonna play Sleep Powder. So yeah, this is basically the last version. So now I'm just gonna talk about the matchup of the team. So the first matchup I'm gonna talk about is Tornogre. Yeah, I have basically 2 modes against Tornogre. Quindi adesso cominciamo a parlare del matchup. Il primo matchup di cui voglio parlare è Tornogre. Ok, quindi contro Tornogre solitamente o faccio Urshifu Colossal con dietro Zacian Among Us o Zacian Inci, dipende dai Pokémon che hanno. Davvero una lead molto forte. Se fanno Tornadus Kyogre, semplicemente vai per Max Card con Colossal e Surge Strike su Tornadus e poi vai per il setup. Diciamo, solitamente loro Dynamaxano Kyogre davanti a Colossal Urshifu, perché se metti caso che la mossa Grass, se loro non Dynamax non muoiono, e quindi è abbastanza safe per loro farlo. Tu stai un turno di Dynamax e poi prendendo la kill turno 1 su Tornadus, poi hai il dot più attacco sull'altro slot e è praticamente già vinta, perché Zacian poi, diciamo, entra quando la Tailwind è praticamente già finita, e anche la Dynamax di Kyogre è finita, quindi ce la fai tranquillamente a gestirlo. Okay, so basically the first mod I go for against Tornogre is Urshifu Colossal. Just go for Max Guard with Colossal and Surge Strike into the Tornadus if they just go for Kyogre and the Tornadus, because they usually just go for max the Kyogre and guys into Colossal, because just if they don't max, that's pretty risky for them, to be honest, because you can just, I don't know, just Volcalif and get a KO and then Zacian just goes in. So they usually just max the Kyogre, you get a kill on Tornadus to allow 1 turn of the Dynamax, and then Aku is just doing his job. Also, yeah, and Zacian is pretty much gaining in the field when the Tailwind is over, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and this, but I realized that this league wasn't as solid as I thought, just because people could just go for, I mean, if they had Among Us, they could go for Among Us plus Amoonguss plus Kyogre, which is probably the worst lead I can do for my team, but yeah, I don't feel like it's that much of a problem anyway. But I mean, if I go for Colossal Urshifu, obviously it is. But yeah, so if they are Amoonguss, I'll probably just go for Dragapult Amoonguss, because that's pretty much the most solid one. And one thing that, yeah, I usually go for Dragapult Amoonguss, and if they just go for Tornadus again, I can yeah, if you just go for Tornadus, I can Phantasm the Tornadus, so they kind of forced to, or just Town the Amoonguss to not get Spore, or go for Tailwind to get attack before Dragapult can attack with the Kyogre. In both cases I'm good. Like if they Town my Amoonguss, then also have Tailwind because Tornadus is going down to Phantasm, and then Dragapult just goes in. Also, this is pretty cool if they don't set up the Tailwind. If they don't go for Town, they get Spore into the Kyogre. So that's pretty much a win-win position. So I would recommend to go for Amoonguss Dragapult as a lead. Also, guys, Kyogre Amoonguss is pretty cool because you can trade Spore, and it's always cool for you because Dragapult just does more damage into Kyogre. If you get some defense boost, then even Zacian is gonna be a problem for the Kyogre. So yeah, Dragapult Amoonguss, Zacian Urshifu is the second mode they go against. Yeah, they are using against Tornadus, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is pretty much the matchup against Tornadus. So the second matchup, sì, quindi semplicemente yeah, I'm just gonna talk about what I said in Italian. Quindi semplicemente contro Tornadus io solitamente faccio Dragapult Amoonguss, Fanta su Tornadus più sparo sull'altro slot è sempre safe, perché se ti fanno taunt vuol dire che non mettono Tailwind, muore Tornadus, e poi diciamo anche Zacian diventa un problema per Kyogre, perché di repente comincia a prendere i drop in difesa e praticamente sta sotto tutto il team. Se non mette Tailwind è sempre più lento. Thank you for the follow, Black and Dragon. Oh, grazie per il follow, non ho idea. Ok, quindi sì, semplicemente Dragapult Amoonguss spara su Kyogre più Fanta su Tornadus è sempre buono, e in più non perdi completamente se ti fanno Kyogre Amoonguss, e già se non uscivo dietro fa sempre bene. Ok, now I'm gonna talk about the Sun matchup, which I mean, it's pretty, I don't know, because the Sun matchup is not random, but there's some things that may change between game 1, game 2 and game 3, because I usually just go for Dragapult Instinct, even if they have Thundurus, because they're not supposed to bring Thundurus against Colossal. But yeah, they just don't do that. Like, they never do that. But even if they do, I mean, if I go for Dragapult Instinct, I'm probably just gonna lose, to be honest. But I don't know, I feel like, especially game 1, they're never doing that. Also, yeah, I usually go for Dragapult Instinct with Urshifu and Zacian in the back. That's pretty cool, because I don't know, if there's I can just get some damage off, U-turn, get some repositioning with the Zacian and Urshifu in the back. Urshifu is cool against Sun just because I can Geyser with Dragapult and get the rain off. If you just get the rain off in the same turn when you kill the Groudon, you just win. So this is pretty much the first mod that I go against Sun. Quindi la prima mod che faccio contro Sun è fare Dragapult Tinci, anche se hanno Thundurus, perché solitamente non lo portano Thundurus contro questo team qua. Se lo fanno ovviamente è un problema, però game 1 di solito non lo fanno quasi mai. Oggi ho aggiunto Rank Master, consigli su come contraccare contro Bodyguard, uso Kyogre con Tornadus. Dipende con che Pokémon. Dipende molto con che Pokémon, cioè di che Pokémon non hai paura che faccia Bodyguard. Comunque sì, semplicemente contro Sun faccio Inci Dragapult anche se hanno Thundurus, diciamo, perché solitamente game 1 non lo portano mai Thundurus contro questo team. Potrei portare altri game, però a quel punto, cioè, solitamente non faccio Inci Dragapult tutti i 3 game. Dragapult Inci con dietro Urshifu e Zacian, ovviamente. Urshifu è molto buono, soprattutto se riesce a fare Geyser e prende la kill su Groudon, poi è praticamente già vinta, perché non puoi mettere il Sun, Venusaur sotto Rain fa abbastanza cagare e perde contro Zacian. So yeah, this is pretty much the first mode I go against Sun. So the second mode I go against Sun is Dragapult Urshifu. This is pretty cool, especially if you know that your opponent is gonna go with something with like Groudon lead. like if they go for Dragon Lee, you can surprise them with the Max Kaiser plus Swedish Strike, and it's pretty cool. Because as I said before, if you just get a kill on Groudon, you're just gonna win at that point. Like if you get Groudon before like in the early game and get the rain up, it's probably just over. Just because yeah, Venusaur does nothing again under the rain, so just as kind of check for him. Also, you kind of have to be careful with the Groudon, because if you don't intimidate, it's gonna do a lot of damage to both Dragapult, Urshifu, and Jason too. So you gotta play carefully anyway. But yeah, if you just get a kill in early game with Dragapult, Urshifu, that's pretty cool. And then the last mod that I go guess on is Dragapult Session. Dragapult Session is pretty cool because you can just Phantasm being able to play everything. The fact that Session tanks one max flare from Venusaur is pretty cool. Yeah, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much it about this matchup. Quindi contro Sun, un altro modo che faccio è Dragapult Urshifu, è molto buono se loro lidiano di Groudon, posso fare Max Kaiser, Surging, prendi subito la kill su Groudon, è molto buono. Sì, è molto buono e niente, però bisogna comunque stare attenti a intimidire Groudon con Inci late game, perché se non riesce a prendere la kill questa lì non è proprio fantastica. Però comunque Zacian, diciamo, sì, Zacian fa comunque bene. Se prende la kill su Groudon è praticamente già vinta con questa lì qua. Yeah, one thing that I forgot to mention, if you don't like, if you're not able to get rid of the Sun, you always will need a speed boost on Jason to outspeed the Venusaur. Like, yeah, you're probably gonna need it. So Airstream with Jason near to Dragapult is pretty cool. Like, if you want to win against Sun, you're not getting rid of the Sun, like you kind of need to do that. Ci contro il Sanders che sta girando ultimamente, quello mi è abbastanza difficile, perché allora dipende molto da cosa vogliono fare loro. Di solito fanno o Grimmsnarl Venusaur o Grimmsnarl Landorus. Quindi diciamo che una lead con Dragapult Zacian può starci bene, però è un attimo un problema il fatto che loro, sì, il fatto che loro possono prima prendere, cioè in realtà non prende sempre la kill su Zacian, però fa un macello di danni. E diciamo che sì, ovviamente Grimmsnarl T-Wave è un attimo un problema per questo team. Però sì, è giocabile, però diciamo che è molto fuori loro. Se riescono a mantenere la Dynamax senza sprecarlo subito, sono sempre messi bene loro. Però comunque forse anche Urshifu Dragapult ci potrebbe stare. Bisogna stare comunque attenti a, cioè se fa Urshifu Dragapult di stare molto attenti a Zacian. Dipende molto da che vogliono fare loro. So yeah, he asked me what this team is supposed to do, because the Sun Zacian basically dominated the Victory Tournament. Everybody was playing that team. I would say that, I mean, this team is kind of struggling against T-Wave spam, obviously, because, I mean, people wasn't just T-Wave, neither from Thunders or just Grimmsnarl. So I would probably just go for, because they're probably gonna go for Venusaur or Grimmsnarl, or just Landorus Grimmsnarl. So I feel like Zacian plus Dragapult is kinda cool, with Inci in the back, obviously. Or just Urshifu Zacian. No, Urshifu Dragapult is cool too, but you obviously gotta be careful against the Zacian. So yeah, this is pretty much the matchup against that team. Yeah. So another matchup, kind of tough matchup, is obviously Palkia. Like Palkia is pretty difficult for this team. Like especially if they have a Grimmsnarl, like obviously with T-Wave. Like what I usually do against Palkia, I just go for Amoonguss Zacian or even Zacian in school. What do you think about this max speed on PC4? Yeah. I mean, for the I don't know, like yeah. I mean, that doesn't really change. I mean, obviously it depends from the team. In this team, I would never play Zacian max speed. I mean, if I close combat, I will always suggest you to being slow over the Dragapult, to just obviously go for Phantasm and an attack. If you're max speed, you probably should run Saku's Word instead of close combat. That's cool too. But I don't know, I really don't feel like it's worth it, because using the drops from Dragapult is pretty cool. You're basically not using them if you're faster. Yeah, another thing that I didn't talk about is the speed on Zacian, because I could have, like I explained why I had this bull concession, but I didn't explain why I had this speed. Basically, I mean, as I said, I was lower than Dragapult, and also I wanted to be. I mean, I put the maximum possible to be as fast as possible because I wanted to be faster than basically every session that wasn't there was a max speed, and that actually happened. Since my session was actually faster than every other session. Also, obviously, with the +1, it's faster than Rochileki, which that happens pretty often with the stream from Dragapult. You can just protect the stream. That's pretty cool. I mean, yeah. We all found. I mean, I don't know, because like the session, the speed type from session are pretty bad, obviously. But I don't know. Like I really don't feel like. I mean, in every other team, like it really depends on the team. Like yeah, in this team, I probably wouldn't play max speed session for the reason I said before. So yeah, as I was saying, Palkia Grimstar is pretty difficult. Yeah, you kind of need to stall out this Dynamax win from Palkia, and maybe trying to get a kill on. Yeah, if you have to get a kill on Grimstar, stall out this Dynamax from with a substitute, and then after the Dynamax is over, get in with Dragapult and get a Dragon move off. Also, it's cool to get a Dragon move off, like if you can. Get a Dragon move off into the Palkia is pretty cool because with the Adamant, sometimes you even get a straight KO. Sometimes you don't, but if you don't, they're probably just gonna die for the. I mean, they always gonna die from the life orb. So yeah, this is pretty much it about the Palkia matchup. Yeah. So I don't know if you have any question about other matchups. Just let me know. I will try to answer. Quindi se avete altre domande su qualche matchup che avete capito, proverò a rispondere, a spiegare cosa fare. Yeah, as I said before, meanwhile, I'm just gonna explain the character matchup, as I said before. In session, I always go for in session. If they go for Thunderous, I just flare and Beam of Blade and get a kill. If they go for Calyx in DD, I just max strike with Insane and protect the session. And if they go for Helping and Quake into the Insane, that's cool. I would just Beam of Blade and Darkness double into the Calyx the next turn. If they follow me and kill the session, that's cool because I'm getting a kill on DD. After max strike, Beam of Blade is always getting a KO, and Darkness is getting a kill on his Dynamax. So he won't have his Dynamax anymore, and I have another turn with my Insane, and yeah, both these Pokemon are just gone. At that point, I'm just getting probably with the Mungus because both in DD and the other one are gone. So I don't know if they may have Dracovish. Amungus is pretty cool to just get in Rage Power, and then with the last one you can kind of handle it. Also, Colossal is pretty cool if you know they don't have a switcheroo and stuff like that, or even Quake, because many people just don't write Quake on Calyrex. Like yeah, Substitute is pretty often too. Like Colossal is pretty cool. Like with the Colossal Urshifu is pretty cool if you know all these sets. Yeah, this is pretty much the matchup against that team. So I don't know, if you have any other question, just let me know. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the page right here. Like if you wanna have the last version of the team, just do that exclamation mark team and you will get the team. So yeah, this is pretty much it about the most useful matchup, I guess. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the Mirror Colossal because I guess Colossal is getting more and more popular, so you kind of need a plan against other Colossal too. Like the fact that you have teaming Colossal is pretty useful, obviously, because I don't know, I don't feel like people usually run that. Like many do, but not that much either. Okay, so having the faster Colossal is always pretty cool. Also, people usually go for Urshifu and Colossal against other Colossal. And what they usually go for is max card with their colossal and switch strike into the other colossal. That's pretty safe because they can. I mean, you're covering for a possible. I mean, for a possible aqua jet because for a possible aqua jet plus Volcalif if they don't go for Urshifu, but I don't know. I feel like that's pretty down to go for Volcalif to the other Urshifu plus Aquajet. And yeah, that's pretty much safe unless they Dynamax the Urshifu because Giga Urshifu obviously breaks the max card and gets the KO. But I mean, that's pretty risky too. Like people should never do that. Also, yeah, I guess so people usually just go for max card and an attack into the Colossal. The Colossal with Urshifu. Yeah, this is pretty much what everybody does, but I mean, maybe in the IC I wouldn't do that just because, I mean, I wouldn't expect my opponent to do that just because, I don't know, maybe he just doesn't know that that's probably the best, his best option. No problem, KKO Ju. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty much it about the Colossal Mirror. Also, yeah, with this team you're kind of forced to go for Colossal, I guess, in the Mirror, because if you go for something else like, I don't know, like Dragon Ball Among Us can work too against Colossal, but they get it out of it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Yeah, it's pretty much not that easy anyway. So one matchup that I don't really like with this team is CP2 with Tapu Fini and Groudon. Like that's pretty much impossible for this team to win. Like I beat that team in the Winnerino, the Desafio Latam, but I don't know, I feel like I won pretty much because not because I just played perfectly, because yeah, you have to play perfectly some kind of matchup, but like it's the matchup that you have to play perfectly if you want to win, and even hope that your opponent is gonna do some mistakes. My opponent did that, I won. But if they just play well within CP2, Tapu Fini and Groudon is pretty difficult to win against that team. But yeah, so this is probably I don't know, I'll probably say the worst matchup for that team, for our team. Also, yeah, the sensation that everybody's playing is not that bad, but it's not easy too. Yeah, and also against the Tornogre, what is the plan against Kali Ice? My bad if you have. No, I didn't mention it. Yeah, against Kali Ice, I usually just go for Incineration. Yeah, just because, yeah, Incineration is pretty much cool because they usually just tend to set up the Trick Room in early game. In front of Mimikyu, you can just set up the substitute, obviously, position. Yeah, I'm aiming to just stall out this Dynamax, kinda always get a sub, and also with the, yeah, I didn't explain it, but my Among Us is 1 point slower than Min Speed Calyrex, so I'm always lower without the Trick Room, and I'm always faster in Trick Room. So I don't have to play any speed time or stuff like that. Like I don't have to guess if they're mixed speed or stuff like that. And also I didn't put mixed speed just because sometimes you just get some extreme boost from your Dragapult, and you wanna. I mean, with two extreme boosts, you're pretty much always faster than every insane. So that's pretty cool to just get some extreme boost and just go for Spore. Also, yeah, so I go for Incineration, Among Us, and Dragapult. Dragapult, I mean, may seem bad because it doesn't protect, but I don't know, I feel like Calyrex is not that easy to play against Incineration, Among Us, and also it's pretty solid. Also, if you're able to stall out this Dynamax, like Dragapult is even an answer to Calyrex. So yeah, I would suggest you to go for Incineration, set up a substitute to stall out this Dynamax, his Trick Room turns. Like yeah, if they just go for Trick Room, you can U-turn out. Yeah, I didn't put Min Speed Among Us just because I wanna, like, sometimes it happen to get some speed boost from Dragapult. So yeah, with 2 extreme boost, you're faster than Insane. With me speed Among Us now. So yeah, sometimes you're just faster than some things with this pair right here, and also always slower than the Calyrex, which is what that matters. Ok, ok, quindi matchup contro Calyrex, faccio di solito Inci Zacian. Faccio Inci Zacian, provo a setappare il Substitute, salare un po' la sua Dynamax, turni Trick, dato che loro sono abbastanza forzati. Loro sono abbastanza sono abbastanza forzati a fare... a mettere a Trick Room, perché sennò Calyrex non funziona, e con Inci Zacian a Mongo si sta abbastanza facilmente. E niente, tutto qui. Poi dietro mi porto Dragapult Amungus. Amungus è un punto più lento di Calyrex Mi Speed. Dragapult gestisce abbastanza bene Calyrex. Anche dopo, cioè li fa smaccare i danni, anche dopo Dynamax. Yeah, one another thing that you can do against that team is like if they just have Mimikyu, with the Surf plus Volcalif, you always gain a kill on Mimikyu, and then Jason just can have the field with the late game. That's pretty much cool because Dragapult cannot be fake out. So either go for Insane Mimikyu, just Surf Volcalif and just win the game turn 1. Yeah, you just gotta be careful to not let the Phoenix get too many boosts. In order to, yeah, you should be able to just handle it with Jason in the late game. Yeah. Then I don't know, like usually one thing that's pretty important playing this team in best of 1 is I don't know, if you don't have the say, I probably just won't go for Colossal, because I don't know, like in best of 1 there's too many things that could go wrong. Even if when I got first on Battle Spot, like in the last day, with like 2021 points, yeah, I feel like that was just bad. Like Colossal wasn't even that good. Like Colossal is pretty cool in best of 1 because it kind of forces your opponent to do some type of lead, like Landorus Amungus, like Lapras Amungus, Kyogre Amungus. They pretty much always, if they have them, or just Grims of Venusaur or stuff like that, they're pretty much forced to do that if they wanna just do straight up to Colossal. So this is pretty useful. This is pretty useful for that reason. But I wouldn't suggest to, like, if you don't know its set, just don't go for Colossal. Obviously, yeah, every trick is a problem for Colossal. You can, I mean, I guess Whimsicott with trick you can protect and Aqua Jet the Whimsicott that way, and then set up win with Colossal. But I don't know, like if you don't know the set, you probably shouldn't. You really shouldn't bring the Colossal. So yeah, this is pretty much it about this team. I don't know if you have any other question, just let me know. I will try to answer properly. Quindi sì, semplicemente se volete giocare questo team consiglierei, almeno in best of 1, se non sapete i set, di non portare Colossal, perché diciamo che fa bene, però non fa così bene perché ci sono un sacco di cose che possono andare male, che sono random quake, random trick, robe, cioè ci sono un sacco di cose che possono andare male, quindi consiglierei più di andare con una mod un po' più solida, con Inci, Dragapult, Zacian e Amungus / Urshifu. Cioè anche Urshifu è molto buono con il drop di Phantasm e di Dragapult, secondo me. Yeah, this is probably pretty much it, right? Like, yeah, this is pretty much it about the team. Also, yeah, there is why I didn't went for Solar Power is because I don't know, like it's cool to eat Inci with Air Power after Dynamax is over. Like you don't have to wait one turn, go for Meteor Beam. Like Air Power is cool. It's doing good damage. It's obviously doing good damage to Inci. Yeah, this is just the reason. I saw some people running Ascent Force. Yeah, they may be an option too, but I just like Power because even against like some crazy people running Illegal and stuff like that. Also, yeah, keep in mind that you don't need the Quake to get the kill on the Colossal. Like the Rock move is more than enough. Like always doing when it KO with the +2. Obviously, like it's a really powerful move. Yeah, I probably think that this team cannot be improved that much. Like, there's like other versions that are cool, but I feel like this is probably the best version of the team. Like, there's nothing. Yeah, there's probably no. There is not a better version of this team. I mean, there are different versions, but there's not a better one. So yeah, I feel like I don't know. This is probably one of the best teams that came out this season A. Uh, yeah, it allowed me to win. I mean, to top cut basically every tournament I did. Yeah, every tournament I did with this team right here. I won the Desafio Grand Finals and got first on basketball primarily. But also, yeah, top cut different tournaments. Also, yeah, it has been constant for the last month. So I guess, I mean, even if probably nobody after this IC is gonna play anymore in this season A, because everybody's gonna be focused on the season I feel like, yeah, this team pretty much done its job. So I don't know. This probably, I don't know. Probably I don't know if I'm gonna play this team in the IC. They're gonna start in a few hours. I'm probably gonna stream like tomorrow evening. Yeah, tomorrow evening, and then I was just gonna. This time I'm not playing any meme things. I would just enjoy Dragon Ball for the team. Like it depends. Like I probably shouldn't play the speed tie anywhere. Like I probably go for if I don't go for Dragapult Among Us, like yeah. Also, I guess the other Dragapult Colossus is pretty cool. Colossus does pretty poorly against Among Us Dragapult. But yeah, actually, I mean, I feel like Dragapult is not that much of a big deal. Like, because I realized that against like if they have Dragapult Season 2 and they're both max speed, because some people run that. Like Incy Among Us is a pretty good lead, because Incy does a pretty, like, Incy with Flare KOs the Zacian. You can just go for fake out in the Zacian, explore into the Rosla, and yeah, it's pretty. I'm not gonna say that it's easy, but it's not that bad as it seems. Like, poi fai un recap in italiano alla fine. Sì, cioè, dipende, cioè, molte cose l'ho spiegate semplicemente in italiano. Adesso spiegherò più o meno quello che ho spiegato alla fine. Cioè, se dovessi giocare questo team, probabilmente sì, consiglierei di non portare Colosso in best of one, perché senza sapere i set, diciamo, è molto difficile. Possono avere molte cose che potrebbero andare male, per esempio un random trick praticamente sminca tutto il piano. Mi hanno chiesto se con Jolly Dragapult, cioè se Jolly Dragapult è abbastanza difficile per questo team. Io direi invece che sì, di base sembra difficile, però la lead in Chamungus, diciamo, riesce abbastanza a gestire questo svantaggio, perché tu riesci facilmente a mettere gli altri Pokémon a dormire. Inci riesce sì, Inci sarà probabilmente la tua opzione per Dynamax. Fa molti, cioè con Zero prendi la kill su Zacian con +0. Darkness fa un macello di danni a Dragapult, e se ti fanno Drago o Phantasm in realtà puoi anche fargli le shout, fargli un macello di danni per poi tenere, cioè se fai questa roba però devi essere sicuro che niente. Dragapult e Adamant semplicemente perché quando avevo fatto il team, cioè di base io comunque non mi giocherei le speed di Dragapult, e in più spesso faccio Phantasm e fake out su Inci per poi fare un altro Phantasm, soprattutto nei Sun Team con Inci fini, perché fake out più Phantasm poi un altro Phantasm prende sempre il KO, e loro molto spesso finiscono, cioè switchano via Inci, perché diciamo che è l'unico Pokémon che riesce a switchare dentro una Phantasm in tutto il formato. Sì, praticamente l'unico Pokémon usato in tutto il formato che riesce a entrare su una Phantasm, quindi se poi tu riesci comunque a shottarlo facendo solamente Phantasm è ottimo. Poi sì, come dicevo prima, io comunque non mi giocherei il type con non mi giocherei il type con gli altri Dragapult, quindi per questo motivo non l'ho mai fatto Jolly. Cioè ci potrebbe stare farlo, però secondo me non è neanche così utile, perché io comunque non mi giocherei il type, cioè non è che farei Among Us Dragapult, però sapendo che loro cioè spesso gioco semplicemente sapendo che o perdo la tie o che loro sono più veloci, e comunque non ho mai avuto troppi problemi. Cioè Zacian comunque è riuscito abbastanza bene a gestirlo, anche Inci Dynamax ci sta molto contro gli altri Zacian. Se poi non hanno un Redirector, Colossal fa benissimo, cioè Colossal Ucifu fa praticamente quello che vuole. Ok, quindi questo è praticamente il matchup contro gli altri Dragapult, cioè contro gli altri Dragapult. Poi il piano contro, chiede a Ferdi, piano contro Santierre. Santierre, che team intendi? Cioè, come ho detto prima, uno dei matchup peggiori è Inci P2 con Groudon Fini, però comunque, cioè, si potrebbe giocare, bisogna giocare benissimo, sperare che l'avversario faccia comunque degli errori. Bisogna giocarsi bene Inci, intimidire Groudon e fare in modo di avverezzarsi in late game che riesca un attimo a fare abbastanza danni. Se riesci a stare un sub è ottimo, perché vuol dire che hai un turno in più, cioè, soprattutto se riesci a starlo gratis. Molto difficile che succeda, però neanche così impossibile. Neanche così impossibile assolutamente. Di base, sì, i matchup peggiori sono, direi probabilmente tutti, cioè non tutti Sun con Groudon, però i Sun con Groudon e la Mod Trick sono molto molto difficili. E niente, però in generale non è neanche così impossibile come penso si sia visto nelle ultime settimane, se avete un attimo seguito le live. Cioè, no, è molto difficile evitarlo con questo team. Però diciamo che se non Dynamax in early game, puoi tranquillamente switchare dentro Inci fuori. Sì, fare dentro fuori con Inci a V non è così difficile. Diciamo, nonostante questo team fosse stato, diciamo, ideato quando ancora TV di Grimstall e TV di Tundus Prankster non erano così usate, diciamo che sono comunque gestibili con l'Inci a V. Con il CV che in trash, diciamo, sì, soprattutto Zashan, Venusar e Torglo fanno abbastanza fatica contro questi Pokémon qua. Però sì, ovviamente è un problema. Cioè, è inutile nasconderlo, TV di Grimsdal, soprattutto con gli schermi e tutto, è abbastanza un problema. È abbastanza un problema per questo team qui. Ok. Ok, boh, se avete altre domande, non so. Vi ricordo che se fate punto esclamativo team, yeah, potete avere il team, cioè vi arriva il paste del team finale in chat, oppure boh, guardate la live se vi interessa una versione precedente. Yeah, just remember if you want to have the paste of the team, you can just type exclamation mark team. The poke paste of the last version of the team will appear. Yeah, if you just wanna yeah, if you just wanna kinda, I mean, not the latest version, you can just check out the live. Game è conosciuto anche come minoraiola di Pokémon, sì. Assolutamente, assolutamente. Grazie mille per il follow, Davide Andrew, comunque. Ok, quindi sì, questo è praticamente tutto quello che ho da dire sul mio team. Yeah, this is pretty much what I have to say about my team. I mean, I guess 1 hour is cool to just a team report, just because I don't know, like I feel like I pretty much explained. Like I couldn't maybe I don't know, talk about some particular matches, but I don't know. Boh, non penso parta. Ah no, ok, parte, perfetto. Perché se scrive sera, così, va bene. Sera comunque. E niente, yeah, this pretty much it. So I don't know, I guess in the stream right here, I guess I probably, yeah, explain everything that I had to say. We're just gonna ride Jim. We'll see you tomorrow with the players cuff, yeah, with the qualifier with IC. So see you guys, ci vediamo domani con il primo giorno dell'IC. E adesso facciamo ride a Gin. E niente, sì, ci vediamo domani, proveremo a vincere. So this time we're actually trying to win.